Hey everybody, how's it going? It is Keith once again with KnDFlips. Thank you as always for tuning in. And before we get started, please hit that thumbs up for us. That really helps us out, pushes it out to other people. Subscribe if you haven't yet. Hit that bell for notifications. That way you'll be notified when the next video comes out. And speaking of the next video, we're on the next video. So this is going to come out whenever I'm gone for a week. So if I don't reply to any comments or anything like that, don't take it the wrong way. But what we're going to do today, we're going to do, I don't know what I'm going to call it yet. I'll probably just come up with something here on the top of my head. But it's going to be like a poor man's version of trying to play a $25 table, man. It's like we only have $300 here, and we're going to try to play a $25 table. So we'll get to that in just a minute. First of all, I want to thank my two partners, PokerChipMania.com right here. They've got the clay and ceramic chips. They also have the composite chips, which is what I use. I was looking for the clay chips. I know I have them somewhere. I can show you a little sample of them. Let's go. I should have had them ready. Be prepared, right? There's some black ones of the clay chips. I still need to shine them up. He suggested putting some mineral oil on there and shine them up a little bit. But they also have some other supplies for your home casino. As far as craps goes or any other kind of dice games, they got the 19 millimeter dice. They also have poker and blackjack supplies, roulette chips. They have chip racks, and storage cases, other kinds of felts. They're a small business. They're super responsive. They can handle some custom orders. If you just reach out to them with what you need and describe it in detail, they'll tell you if they can do it or not. Best of all, for my viewers, right here, exclusively, if you put that code at the bottom of that banner there, CRAPSTX10 in at checkout, you will get 10% off your entire order. So if you're just trying to build a home casino setup, they've got pretty much everything you need. And if they don't, well, message them about it and maybe they can help you out. Again, that's PokerChipMania.com. Thank you to those folks over there. Please go support a small business. All right. Next up, we have gripmats.etsy.com. This is where I got my deluxe craps table mat from. They also have a standard table mat for craps. They come in a couple of different colors. If you don't see a particular color, message them. They may be able to do some custom orders for you there as well. They also have some other casino games, poker, blackjack, baccarat. Then they have over 300 designs. Yes, 300 designs of other kinds of table games. They have desk mats. They have licensed materials like Dune, Marvel, and Star Wars. The artwork is top tier. Everything is water resistant, super durable. They take custom orders. Like I said, if you reach out, and they run percentage off sales, just click the item that you're looking at. If it's discounted, you'll see it right there on the page. Some of the other games that they have are things like Axis and Allies, GMT games, Terraforming Mars. They have different kind of mats like grid and hex mats, wet, dry erase mats, desk mats, and travel mats. So go check out gripmats.etsy.com. The links are going to be in the description below for both of those companies. Thank you to PokerChipMania.com and gripmats.etsy.com for partnering with CrapsTX. Yay! All right, so now let's get on to today's video. This is going to be kind of a poor man's version. You know, maybe you're walking out of the casino, you only got $300 left. All I got is a $25 craps table. Well, first of all, you should probably just keep on walking. Second of all, for those of you that are degenerates, and I'm kind of starting to lean that way sometimes, you've got $300 and it's a $25 table where we're going to try to roll through just some just minimal type strategies that hopefully we can build on and get up to the next level. Either cash out with another $100 or so, or maybe even get lucky and hit a couple of good rolls and get out of there. So this could be a super short video, or it might go on for a little bit if we happen to get lucky. So we're going to start out with $300. Like I said, there's 1, 2, 50, 75, and 3. And we're probably going to start off with just something basic like playing 30 on the 6 and 8, or just 30 on one of the numbers, and see how that goes. I mean, there's different ways you can expand. This is more of almost, you could even consider this like a beginner type strategy, but I don't know that I would recommend this to beginners, especially if you're playing at a $25 table with just 300 bucks. We may or may not be the shooter. I'm going to start out with not being the shooter, and we're just going to wait for a point to be set. That way we don't have to burn another $25 down there on the pass or don't pass. So we're coming out waiting for a point. Dice are out. Using the hot red dice today. There is a 2 by 4, 6. 6 will be our point. So do we go with one number or two? Let's go ahead and go with 2. We have our 300. We want to build upon it, but if we play this 60, that's only going to leave us enough for 5 shooters. So let's start off like that, and if we get burned a couple of times, we may drop down to just playing one number, or even, maybe a field bet or something to kind of try to double up and then go from there. All right, dice are out. 6 or 8, please. No, there we go. Worst case scenario, 5-2, and you're through. Thank you so much for the donation to the casino. There will be nothing for you on the way out. Okay, bye. All right, so let's go on to shooter number 2. Puck goes off. Dice are going to be chosen. Will they be helpful? We don't know. All right, dice are coming out. We're looking for a point. There is a 5-3-8. Where were you the last roll? All right, let's go ahead and set that up. So we've been hit once. Do we have enough? We got 240 left, right? Let's go ahead and try one more time. That's going to take us down to, 180 left after this, if we do 60. So we got 30 each on the 6 and 8. We're looking for at least a couple of hits, get our money back. There's one. All right, 2 by 4, 6. We lucked out by the hair of our chin. There is 35 for that 30. And yes, we are going to collect. We got to collect a couple of these. Dice out. Still looking for 6s or 8s. 6s or 8s. There's a double 6 or a 12 midnight. 639. Nothing there. At least not yet. We're going to try to build. We are building nothing right now because we got another 527, but at least we got almost half our money back on that shooter, or a little more than half of our money back on that shooter. $35 back in the rack, and we'll make a decision here momentarily about what we're going to do. Do we want to be the shooter? Do we want to play the pass line? Do we want to play the pass line with odds? That's what everybody says to do. Oh, play the pass line with odds. You're a beginner. Just do that. Okay, well, let's try it. Let's try it. All right, dice are coming out. We are on the pass line for 25. There's a 5-3-8. 8 will be our point. So we're going to play just that with odds? Maybe. We'll play one-time odds on that 8. It's going to be kind of boring if we're just looking at one number. Dice out. Might be able to pick up another, and we very well may. There is a 6-2-8 right back. All right, so it worked in our favor that time. That pays 25 on the flat, and it pays 6-5 on the back, so that is 30. And just like that, we're up 80 bucks. Hey. All right, so kind of normally what I like to do whenever I do win is kind of bump that up by a nickel, but since we're on a low stack, we're just going to keep it at a quarter. We are still the shooter. Maybe that was it. We had to be the shooter. All right, there is a hard 8. We'll take that. All right, we're coming out. Now, you could protect that if you want. And by that, I mean hedge. You could play the craps numbers because you lose on the 2, 3, and 12. If you cover it with a crap check, any craps down here, you can play it down there, or I like to put it on the C sometimes. That covers you 7-1. So if a craps number comes out, you play enough to cover. So with that 25, we'd have to put $4 out here or here on any craps, and that would pay 7-1 or $28 that would cover the 25 should a craps number come out. Now we win on the 7 or the 11 on the pass line. So let's, now that I've jinxed myself both ways, let's see what comes out. Dice are out. There we go, 5-2-7. Maybe I didn't jinx myself. So that is a frontline winner. 7 on the pass line wins. There's $25. We will put that to the side. Dice out. There is a back-to-back 7. All right, so far so good. There we go, another 25. I did not start my clock, so we're going to have to figure out what our time is. There's a 5-3-8. All right, 8 is going to be our point again. We will automatically, not automatically, but we will play one-time odds on that 8. We did hit a little bit. Let's go ahead and pick up the 6 as well. We still have $75 in winnings just off of this shooter thus far. Dice out. There is a 12 midnight box cars, the tracks, and a 325. Nothing there. 437. All right, so we're through on that one. All right, we did get a little bit. Not much, but we got a little bit. I think we're on the shooter, what, number 4 maybe? I'm probably going to lose count. I may just jump in and be the shooter whenever I feel it to be beneficial. Anyway, we're going to wait for a point to be set on this one. We're coming out. And there is a 314. We are playing something. I don't know what did we name it? I don't know if we named it or not. Let's just call it. I said something about poor man's earlier. I'm just going to play the 8 right now. Let's just say the poor man's $25 table strategy. There's a 639. I may come up with a different name for it. Nothing there on the 9. 549. All right, back-to-back 9s. 65 yo. Nothing there. And a 617. All right, so we're through there. And I know this is kind of boring probably for some of the veteran players. I do like to help out some of the beginners because I really benefited from watching beginner type videos when I first started out about a year and a half ago. We are playing at a $25 table with a minimal bankroll, which we probably should not do. Best case scenario, walk on past. Don't play it. If you have $300 and you just absolutely feel like you have to play, this is what we're trying to do. So, you got to play $25 on these box numbers. You got to play 30 right there. 25 in the field, 25 on the pass, and don't pass. If you want to play the come, you got to play 25. Any of these, I believe it's a little bit less on your prop bets, but I think it depends on the casino and what they want for their minimums there. We're waiting for a point to be set, and there is our point. There is a 538. We're just going to play the one number again. We'll go with the 6 this time. Or you know what? Let's go with the 9. Let's be a little... Your 6 and 8 are more likely to hit, but we hit a lot of 9s that last time, or a couple of them at least, so let's see what we get this time. We got a 2x4 6 because we didn't play it, and I got 30 on the 9. I don't know why, but I do. Dice out. Well, there we go, 549. So it did help. 30 is going to pay 42, right? 7 to 5, there's 6 of them. 42. All right, so we can same bet it, which is probably the best thing to do on this first hit. And then maybe the next hit we'll pick up a number. So we'll like collect and then press, and collect and press, or collect and pick up a number. There's a hard 4. Nothing there. There's another 6. So we'd have hit twice if we'd had the 6. Dice out. Can we get a 9? Yes, we can. 6 followed by the 9. How about that? Not going to comment on that. 30 pays 42. All right, so I said this time we're going to get us another number. Let's go ahead and pick up that 6 for 30, and then we'll put 12 back in the rack. Playing a poor man's $25 table strategy. There's a hard 4. That is the second time that's come out on this shooter. And a 639. All right. This would be a collect mode at this point. That is another 42. So we're going to collect 25, 30, 35, 40, right? And 2. We'll cash in some of these red there. There's 5 for a green. We've got 90 some odd dollars over there. Dice out. There is 2 craps, aces in both places. And a 6-5 yo. See a horn, bet horn. When you have a small bankroll, you probably want to stay away from the prop bets, but we could have played that, I guess. There is a 415. Some people only play prop bets when they have a small bankroll. 538. All right, that is point hit. All right, so puck is going to go off. We're going to leave our bets off. We may move them around here in a moment, depending on what the point is. There is a 328. 328. Come on, man. 8 was the last point. 8 was empty as I came by there. That's why I said 8. There's a 325. All right, what are we going to do here? Don't know. Let's go ahead and move this to the 8 because these are more likely to hit. And we'll just leave that $60 out there. Dice out. We might pick up another number if we can get a hit because I think we collected on the last one. There is hard 4. Man, that's what, 3rd time that's come up on this shooter? And there's an easy 4. That's the 4th time that 4 has come up. So it's begging to have a chip on it. There is a 628. All right, 30 is going to pay 35. And I think this was our press, right? Do we get the 4 or do we get another number? Decisions. Let's see. We're at a $25 table, so that means we have to play 25. We will buy that 4 for 25. We'll collect 10. That's a chance there. I mean, logically, you should play the 5 or the 9. There is a 6-5 yo 11, but I've never been known to be logical, which actually that is untrue. I usually take the logical way out. 628. That is good. That is 30, and that's going to pay 35. We're going to go ahead and say same bet and collect. Let's go ahead and color up a little bit. There's 5 for a green. There's 4 green for a black. And so far, this shooter is doing fairly well. Dice out. There's that 4. There we go. All right. Easy 4. 25. We are buying it, so we got to pay a VIG. For every $20 you have bet, you have to pay $1. And you get true odds or 2-to-1 odds. So there's our $1. We'll throw that into the dealer, and then he will give us 50 in return. Do we want to press, or was it collect? What did we do? What did we do last time? We collected, so let's press. All right. Let's go up to 50 on that 4, because it's been coming up so many times. Because I know how to dice set out of my palms there. There is a 415. All right, that is going to be point. So that will go off. Our bets are off. Dice are coming out. We could probably start picking up almost the entire inside. All right, there's a ace deuce, 3 craps. And 437, frontline winner. And it's mandatory to say that is good to come out when the puck is off. And there is a 639. All right, 9 will be our point. And now we are just going to stay where we're at because we've been hitting with the numbers we got covered. Dice out. Well, we're not going to hit anything with a 6-1 and you're done. But we did okay. I mean, for a small bankroll type shooter, we did all right. I think we're almost, we're over our starting bankroll. There's 300 right there. So this is profit right there. That's like 45, 50 bucks, something like that. What time we got? All right, we got a little bit of time. I'll be the shooter this time. Why not? We'll play 25 on that pass. And we'll get that 538. We'll say this is the poor man's $25 table strategy. Again, I may come up with something different just because I don't like that for some reason. Puck should have been off. Anyway, it's on now. It's on the 538. And we'll go ahead and grab odds on that. So we have $50 invested. Do we want to grab another number? We got back up to 300 and a little bit over. So yes, we'll go ahead and pick up the 6. Now you could also play come bets. A lot of people will play come bets and just let them travel. You can play odds on the come bets, but when you're short bankrolled like that, a lot of times they'll just play the come numbers and just let them stay like that. Do we want to try that? Let's go ahead and try that since I talked about it and it's sitting right there. I'm going to go ahead and take my nickel back because it's a photograph. Look at this photograph. There is $25 on the come. So let's see where that goes, what this does for us. Dice are out. Well, it's not going to do anything. Well, actually it wins. We lose this down here, but we win right there. So we're down 25 on that shooter, which was me. Me with the stupid decision to play the come bet. But at least we got half our money back, or 2/3 of our money back. All right, so we're moving on to another shooter. Again, I don't know where we're at on time. I'm showing 10 minutes, but I know I started my clock late, so we are just going to wing it. We'll just stop whenever we feel like it's time to stop. Dice are out. 6-5, yo 11. No help, no harm. That's a frontline winner, though, if you're playing the line. Couldn't have come out when I was down there. 6-3-9. All right, 9 is going to be our point. We're going to go ahead and pick up the 6 and the 8. We still got 200 or so, 200 plus back in our bankroll. And, it's getting about time to leave. Life is kind of looking at you. Got our keys in the hand and ready to go. There's a 314. Hey, I'm not finished yet. I need to do something here. I got to get some money. Got to get some breakfast money for tomorrow. There's a 516. 30. That's going to hit that. That's going to pay 35. We will collect. We'll just say same bet on that first one. Now, you could power press. If you really wanted to be aggressive, be aggressive. There's 639. That is point hit. That goes off. Bets are off. There is 12 midnight. All the spots and dots we got. And a 437. Good thing it came out when the puck is off. Supposed to say that. Dice are out. 6-5. Yo, another frontline winner. And another 617 frontline winner. And a 516. All right, so that is going to be our point. These were not working, so we are done there. Let's keep on going. Maybe, let's see, we collected last time. Maybe we'll press, there we go, 538. Let's make that decision right now. Yes, dealer, I'd like to pick up the 9, please, for 25. I will take that 10, and there we go. Dice are out. There is a 415. Of course, I should have picked up the 5 instead of the 9. It's one way or the other. I'm going to find you. I'm going to get you. There is 415. Nothing there. And there's a 639. All right, that helps us out. We're supposed to be on a collect. 25 pays 35. I mean, if we're going to collect, press. So we'll go ahead and collect. We'll stay true to it since we are short stack. We're not balling over here or nothing like that. Not throwing money around like, hey, give me this, give me that. Dice out. 549. There we go. Now we can spread out. 25 pays 35. Dealer would like to pick up the 5 for 25. There we go. Now we got 110 inside. On a $300 bankroll, on a $25 table, we inched our way up to 110 inside. That was a 6-4-10. Nothing there. And then the dice gods say, well, you got 110. I want that 110. And they're going to get it. So there we go. All right. We did get a little bit, 75, 90 bucks, something like that. All right. I was the shooter a couple of times ago. We'll go one more where I'm not the shooter. There is a hard 6. We'll probably go through just 2 more shooters here. And yeah, we got enough to go ahead and play 2 numbers. We'll play the 6 and the 8. Again, this is just kind of either a beginner strategy, you know, if you're stuck at a $25 table and that's it, or, you know, if you're short stacked and you just feel like you have to play, which you shouldn't. I will say that. And I will probably walk by if I only had $300. I'll go play slots or something instead of the craps table. But anyway, there's 325. We started out with $300 bankroll, poor man's $25 table strategy, 639. All right, we're going to hit the numbers that are not covered when we have our most popular numbers right here, except for the bad one. There's a 639, another 639. So we're going to see how many 5s and 9s we can get. Can I get a 5? Yes, you can. There's a 325. Why don't you move them? As soon as I move them to the 5 and the 9 and the 6 and the 8s will start coming. There's a 549. Oh my gosh. There's a 314. Thank you. At least it's something different than a 5 or a 9. There's a 4 back-to-back. Hard 4 this time. How many rolls are we going to get? Oh, there we go. That's it. Man. I mean, you do by the book. You play by the book. You get your most popular numbers covered out there, and I'll be daggett nabbed. Is that a word? Is that a saying? I don't know. I'll be doggone. Or I'll be damned, I guess you could say. If we don't hit not 1, 6, or 8. All right, so 6, 2, 8. We're just gonna, that's just my number to pick to throw the dice. We will be the shooter. We're down to almost even. I'd say we're about 290, somewhere around there. So let's see what we can do. Last shooter. Dice are out. 5, 3, 8. Couldn't give me the frontline winners. All right, we will play odds, one-time odds behind that. What am I going to pick up? Let's see. We'll go ahead and pick up the 6. There's 30 right there. So we will pick up that 6 for $30. We are at a $25 table. So on the 6, you have to play $30 to make it a proper bet. There's a 549. You know, I almost played the field. But since we're on the last shooter, 325, we would have lost the field there. Dice out. And we would have won on the field there. There's a hard 4. And a 5-2, and you are through. I did say this is going to be the last shooter. All I'm looking at the clock. I don't know when I started it because I didn't start it on time. Let's play one more shooter because why not? There's a hundo. I am going to get change. There's 4 of those. And then we'll get change for one of them. Get 5 red. There's got to be a hot shooter. There's got to be a hot shooter. All right, puck is off. We are going to get a set of dice. We are not the shooter. Mr. Random Randy is stepping up to the table. He has had 47 Jack and Cokes, and he's throwing the dice. There you go, 3 craps. He's like, what did I win? You didn't win nothing, drunkard. There is a hard 10. And I'm not trying to downplay or, downgrade somebody for being a drunk. I may or may not have been overserved at different times, but I usually do not play craps when I have had a few cocktails. Play slots. Play something that doesn't take any thought. There is a 4-1-5. I don't know why I didn't play. Let's see. I didn't even play anything yet. But anyway, all right, so we have our 10 covered. We threw a 5, and we didn't have any money out there. Let's go ahead and pick up our 6 and 8. This will be our last shooter. This will be our last shooter. There's a hard 8. That works. Hey, we're going to go ahead and collect on that. We're going to do a collect and press. Or collect and spread out, whatever we're going to do. So we collect $35. 30 pays 35. Dice out. We need a 6 or an 8. There's another 8. All right, so do we press the 8 or do we spread out? What do we do? Let's try getting that 8. We'll put that to 42. We'll collect a quarter. That way we still collect a little bit. We'll throw in a couple of dollars. So the dealer can top that off and make it 42. Make it 42. Dice out. Try to stick with the big numbers. Well, there you go. 4, 3, 7. All right, that is going to be the last shooter. Hopefully you can kind of see the trials and tribulations of trying to play a $25 table on a small bankroll. You may just not win. But let's see where we ended up. We did start out with $300. This is a $25 strategy for a small bankroll, 4-man's strategy. Let's see, coloring up, there's not enough of the singles. There is 5 red for a quarter. There's 4 quarters for 100, and we are down. There is 200, 5, 6, 7, 8. So we're down $92 for however many shooters we went through. I think it was around 7 maybe. So yeah, let me know what you think. It's a beginner strategy. You of course you can math this up, math this down to whatever strategy or level of play you're playing. $5 table, 10, 15, bubble craps, whatever. If you just have that urge to play, again, I would say probably walk on by. Don't put $300 down on a $25 table. Unless maybe you're just doing a one-time, hey, go for it bet, and play the field, try to double up or triple up if the 12 pays. Well, I guess you would quadruple up, right? You would double up here, and if that was triple, you'd quadruple your money because you get that plus 3. Anyway, it's kind of one of those, what do they call it? What is it? Hail Mary. There you go. One of those Hail Mary kind of bets. So let me know if you have any other ideas. What would you do if you had $300 and you walked up to a $25 table? What would you do? Be truthful. I don't care if you say, hey, I would just walk on by. It's ridiculous. Don't do that. Why did you even play this strategy, Keith? Well, because I wanted to show how what would happen. Obviously, we lost. So you can lose money. So that's going to be it. I will read your comments below and reply if you've got something to say about it. If you'd like to say it anonymously, email me right here, crapstx@gmail.com. One more shout out to our partners, pokerchipmania.com and gripmats.etsy.com. Great people, great products. Links are going to be in the description below if you'd like to check them out. This is Craps TX. My name is Keith. I really appreciate you guys watching, and we'll catch up with you soon. We have another video coming out. I'm not sure when this one comes out. This one comes out on Monday or maybe Thursday. I don't know. We'll see you on the next video. Let's say that. Thanks for watching. Bye.